Particularly in the 90s, there were a lot of spooky stories for us kiddos. Animated shows were the perfect forum for telling tales of ghosts, ghouls, and tricking us into learning some lessons about morality while still getting the pants scared off of us. I'm Chris Carr. Here are my top 5 scary cartoons for kids. Number 5. Tales from the Crypt Keeper. I'm not sure which producer was like, hey, let's take that creepy show with tons of violence and nudity and make it into a cartoon. But hey, the 90s were weird and fueled by cocaine, so I tend to just accept things that passed. The cartoon version was more like Grimm's, serving as a cautionary tale on morality. Even though the tune wasn't as gory, it was still chock full of monsters, witches, vampires, and creepy crawlers, which really is enough to freak you out as a young kid. Number 4. Aaahh, Real Monsters. This one stays pretty friendly, but Aaahh, Real Monsters definitely could spook me when I was little, mostly due to the off-putting animation style and creepy monster tactics, like Obelina pulling out her guts or Crumb using his eyes for other gross-out gags. There definitely are some ultra-creepy episodes though, like when Ickis falls in love with a Judy puppet. I know I wasn't ready for what that show was exploring. Even creepier when you realize she's a Punch and Judy doll, which is a domestic abuse set of puppets featured in Gone Girl. So, you know, perfect for kids. Number 3. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Not a lot of shows can pull off blending existential dread and deep-seated cynicism and not send young audiences into a spiral. But somehow, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy pulls it off by blending in slapstick humor and some sheer stupidity thanks to Billy. With Grim releasing zombies, evil bunnies, and more into the world, this show could get pretty spooky. The most terrifying part? Definitely Mandy. That bitch is stone cold. Number 2. Invader Zim. Aren't we really surprised that someone who wrote Johnny the Homicidal Maniac made a kids show with dark bits to boot? Vasquez's Invader Zim was about an alien invader coming to Earth, but a lot of the storylines were much spookier than your run-of-the-mill close encounter. Some of the things this Nicktoon got away with are really surprising, like harvesting organs, or robot dolls that feast on human flesh. Number 1. Courage the Cowardly Dog. How can anyone associate Scooby with spooky when you have this farm dog always battling the unknown? Courage the Cowardly Dog dealt with witches who ate people, mummies, crazed mental patients on the loose, and more. This cartoon utilized horror tropes so well that it was often hard to believe it was written with children in mind. Stupid dog! Of course, these are just a few of the spooky tunes out there that were targeted for kiddos, so let me know which ones gave you the willies in the comment section below. And please hit those like and subscribe buttons. Thanks for watching! I'm Chris Carr. See you, Space Cowboy.